how we can check the certain aspect of our life within couple of minutes.
If you see that there is a combination of a kind of major accident and you take some measures, so if the event promise is very strong, so that can be accomplished by a single cut or a very minor accident or just a bump to another car.
See, when somebody knows astrology, uh, it is hard to write on a blackboard where it is already written many things. You have to find the place to fit your writing into that.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our podcast. So, it is our third podcast, and today we have Prabhaat Agarwal with us. He's an astrologer, he's also a teacher of BNN. So, today we will focus mostly on his upcoming course, which is BNN course. And our primary question will be on those questions what a student are having some issues to understand the BNN. So, Professor, it's up to you that how you want to discuss that thing. But before that, please give a short introduction about yourself and also about the upcoming course.
Yeah, about myself, there is nothing much to say. Uh, I'm just a learning astrologer because whole life is the part of learning. So I am a learning astrologer and teaching and as well as learning different modality of astrology plus giving some guidance to the people if they required. And very soon we are launching on our system on Gala system, galawisdom.com course, which is BNN. It is another modality of astrology. Why we are starting BNN? Because nowadays, first thing, BNN is very popular. People are liking BNN. And
Right.
there is definitely a reason of liking BNN.
Mm,
Uh, the main reason is it is very easy to understand. Uh, it doesn't require much effort. Predictions are coming very fast from BNN, and they are accurate enough for our daily life, for our daily predictions, for day-to-day things. Uh, many normal things can be predicted from a BNN. So this is the reason why this BNN is becoming very popular nowadays. And and that's the reason why we are trying to uh, teach more and more student BNN so their attraction to our astrology will increase and the myth which is in the market, they can debunk those myths by themselves.
right. Thank you very much. So, I just want to say something. So, previously I started with the Prashara Astrology. To understand Prashara Astrology, it takes a quite a long time, and giving a very solid prediction is also difficult. Since I introduced with BNN, it's like a magic type of prediction is happening.
This is what exactly I'm saying, Tanvir, that why BNN is becoming popular.
Right,
I'm not saying that Parashari or what we called it Vedic or any kind of astrology is wrong, bad, or what. Definitely, as you say, Parashari is the mother of everything. All astrology comes from the Vedic astrology.
right,
So this, but there in when you go into like if you want to ask me what is the difference there, why the people are more attracted towards PNN. In Parashari, if people start learning Parashari, they have to learn, okay, definitely houses, Rashi, all kind of combinations, conjunctions, yutis. That's a basic of that. But then it comes aspect of planets. Then it comes nakshatras. Then comes divisional charts. So much things going in. Then people start getting confused. that what I should look, what I should check, and to go through one chart for a small questions. It takes hours and hours of work in doing that. Even for the small uh, aspect of our life which we wanted to check, if we want to check from Parashari, we have to spend a lot of time. That
Yeah.
we have to think which chart I should see. I should see D1, I should see D9, D30, even D60. So how long you will go and how deep you will go into that.
Right.
So in that way, the modernization or the some Bhrigu, I will say that Bhrigu or Bhrigu Rishi, Sage Bhrigu, has done a very great work in the field for a common man who don't want to go into the deep research of Parashari. He can start checking a certain aspect of the life which is not so deep and important. He can start looking to those with the help of BNN.
Right.
So he made certain this he teach or he has given that information out to everybody, that how we can check the certain aspect of our life within couple of minutes with a small efforts,
Mhm.
and they are very accurate.
Yep, absolutely. So you already have answered my first question before I ask you the first question. It was about how BNN is different from the Prashara Astrology. So it is already you already have given the answer. But one of the main questions, so it's like in Prashara Astrology or Vedic Astrology, we need to memorize many things, such as what is Gayatri Yoga and
Raj Yoga, Dhan
Raj Yoga,
Yoga, Dasa system, transit, and all the combination of Graha Drasti,
right. Is it also necessary for BNN Astrology?
no, nothing. This is why BNN is very simple and most lovable modality of astrology. It is loved by everybody. It is a, how to say, uh, in the fast world, in the fast food world, BNN is becoming popular. Everybody wants fast result, less efforts, and perfect results. So it is a 2 minute noodles.
Right.
It's and it is just in the lighter way. I don't take it like this. I'm not looking for anything, but
No,
just
no,
to explain.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
it is just to understand our audience that what BNN is. It is a very fast prediction method.
yes,
And here, what you need to see is placement of planets, their natural signification, what we called as Karak Tattvas. That is the signification of the planets. That is the base of any study in astrology. Then we have to see conjunctions of planets, yuti of planets, what we call it, like the connection between planet to planet, those two things. And here, some people do BNN based on Rashi, and some people do BNN based on houses. So when you do the BNN based on houses, you don't consider Rashi. When you do BNN based on Rashi, you don't consider houses. So there are two different methods of doing BNN, and both of the methods are same. There is no difference in the method. Only just difference is either you are taking in place of houses Rashi or in place of Rashi houses. That's the difference. Very simple rule, very simple efforts. Just take the planets to planets connections, in which house they are sitting, and you will get surprisingly a very good results.
yes, I absolutely agree with you. So now the fact is, he- here in BNN there is less memorization, but more of a understanding the framework.
Yeah.
So if we grab or understand those framework, that how the planet or the positioning or the conjunctions and based on the different signs, So how those are giving result, we can predict anything, no matter where the planet is or where uh, which planet is in which sign or in which house.
Yes.
Yes.
So if we call it like this in a chart, you have 9 planets, 12 houses, and 12 rashis. This is a chart. There is nothing out of that. Everything is within that.
Right.
So okay, you can go in 27 nakshatras and everything. That's more deep. But what BNN has done, they had even streamlined that. So BNN is calculating based on planets and houses or planets and rashis. So even from that 3 things, that has been streamlined to 2. In certain cases, yes, you check houses, you check rashis as well in certain cases, but 80% of the BNN calculations are based on only 2 things. It's that simple.
Right. Thank you, Pralji. So, my next question is, uh, can we predict any kind of event through BNN?
Yes, everything. Definitely, you can prevent any kind of event, any kind of, how to say, past, present, future. All 3 things can be predicted on this. There is a term called timeline. Term called how to say it is. We call it in Hindi yatra. Okay, of planets. So there are a couple of things which we call it in BNN, and those yatra and timeline tell us uh, about the incidents, about anything what is going to happen in your life. Yes, it is possible in BNN these things. BNN, what we feel there are like first what I said is significance of planets, significance of houses. Then we comes to the UT of planet, which is the connection of planet or conjunctions of planet, what we call it. There are different way of telling in astrology, whatever we call. So either planets are sitting in the same houses, they are sitting in same trine, planets are in opposite trines. There are different combinations comes in BNN. For our audience, I can explain if somebody don't know what is the trine means. Then there are 4 trines in our chart, which is first trine is 159, then is 16, 3 7 11, 4 8 12. So those are the trines. So how all the planets sitting in one trine, like 159, they are connected. They are called in conjunctions. Same as like when they are sitting with in the same houses. So this kind of things which we see in BNN and we can predict.
What intrigued me most to learn BNN, it was like giving the context of the event. So, such as in KP or some other methodology or Nari astrology, we can get a very precise event uh, accuracy, but it's lacking of the giving the context. But in the BNN, you can get the context that who is going to do what on what occasion and who is hindering in the process. So,
Yes.
so can you please say those magic words to our audience so that they can know much more about the magic, the taste of the magic they can get.
So in BNN, yes. So for example, there are certain things which you can understand. Venus, which is everybody's favorite. And nowadays, everybody's favorite is Venus. So what people want to know, if I will get money or not. So just what you need to see the position of Venus. If Venus is good in your chart, it shows, yes, your financial position can be good. If Venus is bad in the chart, financial position will be better. A simple, you don't need to go into deep anything. Now it comes combination. So Venus is also uh, marriage. Now things comes here in BNN as simple terms. If Venus is sitting with Ketu, you can easily predict that there will be issue in your married life because Ketu is the karaka of cut down everything. It's like a knife. It's a, how to say, the bad man of your chart. You know, if you watch
Yeah.
Bollywood movies, there is dialogue, I'm bad man. So Ketu is that bad man. So he's sitting there with Venus. And as soon as you see there is a yuti of Venus and Ketu, you can easily predict that there will be some issues in your married life. There will be some issues in your financial position as well. Same thing, very, very common thing in India, basically. I don't know outside it is or not, but in India, it's very common about marriages. So in BNN, Venus is wife, Mars is husband. So when we see travel of all the planets or the position of planets in BNN, we can predict marriage will, there is a promise of marriage in the chart or not. And also we can predict who will propose first or from where the relation will come. So in a,
Absolutely, absolutely.
yes,
Right. Yeah.
so if, for example, in a girl chart, so girl is Venus and Mars is sitting behind Venus, Mars is approaching Venus, then you can easily predict, you can easily say that boy or boy family has approached girl for the marriage. Or in our Western world, we can say, or the modern world, we can say, boy has proposed to girl. You can easily say to that. And in the same way, if Venus is sitting, Venus is approaching Mars, then you can easily say that it is the girl who has taken the first step in that relationship. So this kind of the things behind what you are asking, the causes of the event also you can see, or what has triggered the event.
Right. Absolutely spot on. So, yes, that's the thing. That's the beauty of the BNN. So
Yeah.
you can get the context about not only about the event that when it is going to be happen, but it's also giving you the context that who is going to perform what. And uh, the best part is, I want to just drag your previous example, that Venus Ketu example. When you know that your Ketu may disturb your Venus, then you can take measure to utilize those Ketu to do something else so that your marriage can get
Yes.
say your marriage can get saved. So
Yes.
yes,
So there is a concept of utilization in BNN, and this works very beautifully
right.
because my teacher always says none of the planet on in your chart goes on holiday.
Right, absolutely.
Okay, so he always used this word, and it is very, very fact that every planet sitting in your chart is doing something. They are not sitting just for nothing. So whenever Ketu is coming, so in BNN we see if Ketu is in between Mars and Venus, it means there is a problem in the marriage. There is definitely chances that marriage will have some issues in separation, divorce, or any kind of problems will come. And here then we need to see who is approaching who. So if Mars and Ketu are closely connected and the Venus is after that, so you need to understand whom and who want to utilize, who have to utilize that Ketu. If one of those person who is closely connected with Ketu will utilize Ketu, then there is the chances that we can avoid to a certain extent the problem in the marriage. And I'm again using a word certain extent,
Right.
because some events which are written in your chart are going to happen. Only what you can do, this is my belief, you cannot eliminate 100% from your life, but yes, you can reduce the effect coming onto you.
Right.
That's the,
So it is something like, uh, if you see that there is a combination of a kind of major accident and you take some measures. So if the event promise is very strong, so that can be accomplished by a single cut or a very minor accident or just a bump to another car, uh, without harming yourself. So that's the thing which we can predict through BNN, and also take early measures to avoid those major event which
yes.
could come up to us as a life threatening or life changing event.
Perfectly. You had explained it very, very well. This is a best example of understanding that you cannot avoid the event, but you can reduce impact.
Right.
The same thing I always give example to my students as well. Whenever they ask why astrology, you know, I think in our podcast as well, we had discussed in our earlier podcast, why astrology? So it is the same thing, just to understand what events are going to happen. And with our, by understanding that, if we can start utilizing the planets or utilizing the impact in different way, then we can reduce the impact of that. So same is like if we know there will be rain, and let's get ready with umbrella. Rain will come, but you have the umbrella to secure yourself. So you will not get fully wet, maybe only something, just legs, hands, so something will be little bit wet, and you will
Mhm.
survive in the rain.
Right. So I think our audience get a very clear idea that how BNN, the magics of BNN, what BNN can provide. So my next question is a little bit controversial. So it's like, uh, how much astrology should someone have to uh, know before coming into BNN course?
Zero.
And why is that?
See, when somebody knows astrology, uh, it is hard to write on a blackboard where it is already written many things. You have to find the place to fit your writing into that. If a blackboard is clean, it is easy to write a new thing on that. So when person who is already learned astrology and who is coming or after learning all dashas, antardashas, drashtis and everything, and when he comes to BNN, he don't understand that how it is possible to get the same result uh, in 5 minutes without
Right.
seeing all these things. And that makes him uh, to not to trust BNN, that it is not possible. And it is difficult for him to accept that there is something such easier method is available. And whenever you give chart to such people who has already learned, they as soon as they open the chart, they start looking everything. They start looking who's aspecting whom, in which nakshatra it is sitting, in which rashi it is sitting, whether it is Mahadasha. So, and when it goes 20 questions in its mind, it all start mixing each other and all confusions create.
Right.
So,
Absolutely.
yes. And to accept this easy method, he need to keep all his learning in one side and then learn the BNN. Yes, definitely. I'm not saying that it is wrong in studying those. It is very good. Then you are very, you have the basic knowledge of everything. And then if you understand the BNN and you take the BNN with open mind, with full heart, then it will be easier for any astrologer to start seeing chart with BNN, and if required, he can go after that deeper and deeper.